Hello and welcome back to the Abundant Joy Tarot channel. This is Ade, and this is going to be your Friday, September 20th daily read. So as you all know, if you've been coming back, these are our piles for the week, and you may choose the crew that you've been following, or you can pick another one. Totally up to you. So pile 1 is going to be Hope and the Octopus. Pile 2 is going to be Happiness and the Golden Egg. And pile 3 is Strength and the Swan. So those are your piles. I'm going to get right into it. If you're liking what you're seeing on the Abundant Joy channel, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment, share the video, whatever you like. And I will see you in the readings. Hey, pile 1. So if you chose the Hope and the Octopus, then this is going to be your reading for Friday, September 20th. Let's get into it. So we're looking at what's going on the surface, what might be hidden from you, and then some quick guidance. All right, this will be probably a quick reading today, but let's see what we got for Friday. Thank God it's Friday, y'all. I hope you're enjoying your day. You got the Fool card in terms of what's going on. So for a lot of you on this Friday, it's time to be spontaneous. It's time to take a risk, jump out, do something maybe a little bit different than you've done before so that you can open up the possibility for new opportunities. All right, that's what I'm seeing for you now. What may be going on underneath the surface? The 9 of Wands. So some of you may have been working really hard, carrying a heavy load, maybe not only for yourself, but for others, either in the workplace or in the home. You may be feeling a little run down, a little bit tired from all of that, what you've been carrying. But the guidance from this card, y'all, is to just persevere. You just got to keep moving, keep pushing it, keep doing what you're doing. And I think if you infuse your day, this beautiful Friday, in taking a risk and getting into something new and different that maybe you haven't allowed yourself to get into, that might help revitalize your energy as you continue to move forward, all right? And in terms of your guidance, stay the course. Just like I said, just persevere. Stay the course. You are moving in the right direction. So even if it feels like the burden is a little bit heavy, y'all, just keep pushing, all right? Just keep pushing because you're on the right track. You're doing the right things. I just highly recommend that you do go ahead and jump into that full energy so that you can get a little bit of a different perspective, a new perspective around what you're doing. Trust and know that you are going to be captured and held by the divine, all right? So I hope that you have a beautiful day. And I will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Hey, pal 2. This is going to be your daily reading for Friday, September 20th. Thanks for tuning in. Glad to have you back. Or if you're new, glad to have you. And this is our day, and let's get into it. So we're looking at what may be on the surface, what may be underneath the surface or hidden from you in some way, and then some guidance. And so what do we got going on? So you got the King of Swords. So really, for you all on this Friday, there is a need for you to kind of be fair-minded in your approach to your day, in your approach at work, in your approach at home, or whatever the environment. The idea is that this King of Swords is a very stable-minded energy, but uses his intellect, his I want to say like judicial fairness as he approaches decisions, and he doesn't hesitate to make a decision. He will make a decision very clearly and concisely based on the facts and the information that are before him. He's a little less emotional than say some of the other energies within the tarot, because he focuses on using his intellect and his mind. So I'd say for you all on this Friday, there is a need for you to kind of like step into that sense of using your mind to make clear, concise decisions. Don't get too caught up in your feelings about something, but instead investigate what the facts may be in a situation. If you have a certain task that you need to kind of focus on in the day, this is a good energy to really stay disciplined about your task, stay focused, and do what you need to do to go ahead and propel through the day. Now, what may be going on underneath the surface? Let's take a look. So you've got Justice. Okay, this is interesting to have right with the King of Swords, because I almost see the King of Swords as like almost a judge himself, like the way that he thinks is very clear-minded and concise. But justice is also about things coming around full circle. So if there's something that you've been dealing with that has been a little bit unfair on your end, or you felt like you were treated unfairly or things happened unfairly, this card is really saying that underneath the surface, things are coming back into balance, right? Things are, the law of the universe is really about balance, right? There's a heaven and an earth, right? And so there's a need that when things get out of balance in some way, at some point things need to come back into balance. And so this card is letting me know that because it's underneath the surface, you may not be aware that certain things are in motion to ensure that your experience and your reality is actually come into full balance. All right. All right. And then in terms of your guidance, this is interesting. So it says everything is as you've created. All you create offers you lessons in life. I think this is really interesting to have along with the Justice card, because as I said with the Justice card is about coming into balance. Plus you've got this King of Swords, which is like really using his intellect and his mental capacity. And so how I see this sort of tying together is this really very much feels like karma, and this understanding that what we create, we are going to learn from no matter what. So we don't need to beat ourselves up about whatever circumstances we are seeing in our lives, but we just need to be aware that our inner world creates our outer world. So if there's something in our outer world that we're not liking, or it's not, it's not fulfilling us in some way, then there's a need for you to really look at like the choices and the things that you're thinking about and focusing on internally, because understand that you have the power to create your external environment by what is going on with you internally. Okay. So everything is as you created it. All you create offers you lessons in life. So just take notice of what's happening in your world as you're walking in this energy of sort of like fair-mindedness and using your mind and intellect. It might be a day to do some reflection on where you are and what is coming into balance in your life, and what would you still like to see come into balance, and begin to focus on those areas as well. So I hope that makes sense for you all. I thank you so much for joining the channel. And that's going to be your Friday. I hope you have a wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you next time. All right. Bye, y'all. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome back to the channel. This is Ade, and this is going to be your Friday, September 20th daily read. And so let's get into it. It's interesting because you've been rocking with the strength energy and the Swan energy. And so every time I come to this pile, I'm just like, I'm really hoping that you're really tapping into your creative power in this week. So let's see what's up for you on this particular Friday. All right. So on the surface, underneath the surface, and then guidance. And so what you've got on the surface is the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles, the first thing I hear is be patient. Be patient. You have been establishing things. You've been putting things in the ground. You've been building things. You've been starting projects, but you're just not seeing it come to harvest yet. You're not seeing things come to full fruition. And so that can tend to lead us into a space of impatience. So there's a need for you to really be patient. Understand that the things that you're building are maturing. They are growing, and you just might not see the full outcome. But let's see what's going on underneath the surface, because we're talking about your Friday. So this tells me that there's a need for you to kind of have some patience as you go into this Friday. Now that's interesting because what you've got going on underneath the surface is the Seven of Cups. So we've got two sevens here. And I want to, kind of touch on the fact that sevens, that tends to be a high vibrational spiritual number. And on top of that, it's also about assessment. Okay, like sevens often talk about assessment or reflection, this sort of sense of like giving pause, right, to think things through, determine which direction to go. And the Seven of Cups in particular is about choices. It's about, that there may be multiple choices before you, but really kind of tapping into yourself and your heart space knowledge to choose which is the right choice for you. Because some choices are good and some choices are bad, right? So it just depends. So for you on this Friday, I really feel like there's a message here of like pause for reflection, right? Things may not be coming fully into fruition just yet, but they're coming for you. And you actually have a lot of options to choose from in terms of moving forward. So give yourself the space and time to contemplate how you want to move forward. All right. And then you've got, in terms of guidance, interesting. Okay. So you have a sensitive antenna. Sensitive people collect the emotions of others. So what I want to say about this and what is coming directly to mind on this in terms of how you're having patience and being able to make choices and moving forward, I think it's also important that you, as a sensitive human being, and I have felt that from this pile anyway, with all this creative energy that's going on as well for this week, it's important sometimes when you are a highly sensitive individual to give yourself pause for reflection. Because what can happen to highly sensitive individuals, which I deeply understand because I happen to be one myself, is that what can happen is that when you're in a situation with other individuals and you're in that situation right away, if you're deeply empathic, sometimes in the situation you're responding to the energies of other people around you, as opposed to being clear-headed about what your heart and soul actually desires and wants. And it's only after you've had a moment to pull back and reflect and assess that you're able to get clear, oh, no, this is how I feel about this situation, as opposed to what others are feeling about this situation. So I would say for you on this Friday, there's an opportunity for you to make sure that you give yourself enough time to pause and reflect, to make decisions that are based on your true feelings, your true heart moving forward. And that will help you to make the right choices moving forward. And have patience and trust that the things that you have been building and planting are going to come to fruition for you, Pile 3. I trust and know that, and I believe you know it too. So with that, thank you for joining the Abundant Joy Tarot. Hit that thumbs up if you like what you're seeing here, hearing here. And I will look forward to seeing you next time. Have a joyfully abundant day, y'all. Bye.